Am I the asshole for canceling the entire trip after finding out that my husband hid my daughter's passport? My husband and I have been together for 3 years. He has 3 kids from his previous relationship and I have 1. She's the oldest, 17. He's a dedicated man, puts God first and loves everyone. My husband always complains that my daughter doesn't spend time with her stepsiblings or him, but she has reasons for that, and that is school, health issues and work. She does her best to spend as much time with them as she can. But she on the other hand complains that her stepdad tells her to basically take on the role of a babysitter whenever she's with her stepsiblings. My husband denied that and said that my daughter was making up excuses to not have to spend time with his kids. For this issue, I figured that a family trip is what the family need to get together and spend more time around each other's. My husband liked the idea but said that his kids are now uncomfortable around my daughter because of her attitude, and suggested we let her stay home and have the house all to herself since that's what she always wanted. I told him it's best that we all go. He kept complaining till I snapped and told him to stop. I booked, paid, for the whole family. However, my daughter told me she couldn't find her passport. We turned the house upside down looking for it but couldn't find it. My husband said maybe it was a sign from God that we should let her stay home so the trip wouldn't turn into a disaster. I ignored his comment, but later while I was cleaning his office I found the passport, tucked away in the 3rd drawer under a ton of papers. I was floored by this. I confronted him with it and he swore he had no idea why or how the passport got there. I checked the upstairs camera and saw him enter my daughter's room. That was it for me. I screamed my head off at him, then cancelled the whole trip completely. He started arguing, saying I overreacted and that he didn't want his kids to be miserable on the trip, and that willing to apologize to my daughter if and when I reconsider my decision regarding the cancellation of the trip, because my stepkids will be devastated, but I said it was final and that it was done. He became cold and distant and said that he wants to take some time to do some fasting and get guidance from God about how he should deal with the disrespect and control I had displayed lately. Am I the asshole for canceling it altogether? Not the asshole. He can't use your daughter as free child care for his children. So he intentionally alienates her from his family, and yes, I said his family because it is very apparent he does not consider your family his family. Let's see what he's done just in your post alone. Your almost adult daughter has valid reasons why she cannot spend more time, as he wants, with the step-siblings. He does not think her needs are equal or even important. Your husband orders her to babysit. She is not now nor will ever be his beck and call servant. You wanted, booked and paid for yourself, a family vacation. He does not see her as family, since he made excuses and complained that she could not go against your wishes. He does not think she deserves to go on the family vacation because he clearly does not see her as his family. When he could not manipulate you into what he wanted, he forced the issue himself. Then allowed you to tear through the house, causing you and your daughter stress while knowing 100% what he did caused this, and had no problem with that. He used God's will as the excuse for something he intentionally did. Does he think he's a conduit for God or God himself? Narcissistic much? He lied about what he did, and when you called him out, he still continued to lie to you. And when you had proof and he ran out of valid lies, he twisted it all around saying that you are the one overreacting. When he still couldn't lie, argue, or manipulate what he wanted from you, he then turned to giving you the cold shoulder as a form of punishment to you. Oh, you've hurt my little feelings. You must adjust your ways to make me feel better. ... Even though this is all my fault and my own doing, but I cannot be held responsible for that. ... Your husband wants to control you. What you do and what you want. Your husband wants to control your daughter, what she should be spending her time on, and forcing her to do things she cannot do. When he cannot easily do that, he uses manipulation and lying in order to accomplish it. When he is then held responsible for his actions, he turns it around on you. When that doesn't work, he throws a temper tantrum. ... He did not marry you because he wanted a wife and stepdaughter. He was looking for 2 females to boss around and do his bidding. In God's name, amen. Bravo. This comment is gold and should be seen more. ETA to say that Op's husband is abusive. No buts or ifs. Not the asshole. Book a trip for just you and your daughter. A man of God? You need to stop calling him that. It's blatantly untrue, and you need to open your eyes to his actions versus his words. He's a lying, abusive, sneaky, manipulative asshole who is trying to push out your daughter for himself and his kids. Your stepkids should be blaming him for his disgusting actions trying to ostracize their stepsister. Without the camera, he might have succeeded. Do you want to be with someone that you can't trust? husband, turns to God because of your disrespect and control, also husband, actively disrespects your daughter by pointedly excluding her and steals her passport, which is illegal BTW, to control her ability to go. You are the asshole, but only because you let this man treat you and your daughter so poorly. Also, he is turning to the God he worships, who he blamed for stealing her passport. Like what? Not the asshole. Your husband doesn't put God first, always. He uses God to manipulate others, which is a sin, taking the Lord's name in vain. So popular that it made the top 10 list, 10 commandments. My husband said maybe it was a sign from God that we should let her stay home so the trip wouldn't turn into a disaster. He thinks God hid the passport for him? I checked the upstairs camera and saw him enter my daughter's room. God apparently moved through him to hide the passport. He became cold and distant and said that he wants to take some time to do some fasting and get guidance from God about how he should deal with the disrespect and control I had displayed lately. This is gaslighting. He wants you to think that you, disrespecting him, defending your daughter from a thief, is worse than him hiding her passport and lying about it. I want to reiterate that you are not the A in the slightest. Your husband is a liar, thief, hypocrite, and manipulator. I'm an atheist, but if his God is real, he's got a special place reserved for your husband. Not the asshole. You need to take time to consider that your husband 1, stole, 2, lied, 3, gaslit you, and 4, is trying to control your and your daughter's behavior. But it's God's will, so it's okay. Not the asshole. If your husband wants to take this issue to God, allow me to help him get started. Lying lips are abomination to the Lord. Quote. Proverbs chapter 12 verse 22, Thou shalt not steal. Exodus chapter 20 verse 15, He stole from your daughter and he lied about it. Now he is trying to fault you for disrespect and control. What about the disrespect he showed to you and your daughter? What about the control he displayed by deliberately trying to exclude your daughter from a family vacation and lying about it? What about the disrespect he showed your daughter, presuming to decide for her that she would prefer to stay home from the family vacation? Which, let's face it, was the ostensible reason. It wasn't what your daughter wanted. I don't even believe it's what his kids wanted. It's what he wanted. Please tell your husband for me that he does not love God. God is just an excuse he uses to justify some really horrible, manipulative, controlling, dishonest and disrespectful behavior. Seriously, please tell him for me. Show him my post. His conduct was absolutely disgusting. Made even more so by the fact that he's trying to make it look like you're the one who has the issue. Like you're the one who's being controlling and disrespectful. I rarely see, in this subreddit, such clear instance of projection, especially of this magnitude. Why believe a single thing he says now? He's proven that he is manipulative and will lie right to your face. I have no doubt that what your daughter says is true, that he really does try to use her a babysitter every time she gets together with her step-siblings. And save that video footage, and get all the proof you can. And if your home cameras happen to capture him lying about it, save that, too. If this goes to divorce court, you'll need all the proof you can get. He does not want to take this issue to God. He claims God's position in original poster's family. He had stolen the passport, then said the fact your daughter could not find is a sign from God. And he has the nerve to tell original poster is controlling while he is the manipulative one? Original poster, this man doesn't respect you and dislikes your daughter. Everything has to be about him and what he wants, a free babysitter, free holidays with his children only. Think wisely about your next move but do not resume the trip with him. Eventually take all the kids but not him. Not the asshole. I hope this isn't real, because you are severely reacting to the problem you're dealing with here. This man who puts God first, stole one of your daughter's most important pieces of ID, which last I checked was a big no-no in God's eyes. And what was his justification? That your daughter refuses to devote herself to being a second mother to his children. And now he thinks he needs to tighten the reins on you, too? You and your daughter need to get out before he decides to take away your access to anything else that might make that challenging. He lied, stole, and took God's name in vain when he said the passport going missing must have been a sign from God. Really religious. Yeah, good points. And when you come down to it, he's probably breaking, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me," too. 'Cause I don't know who he's praying to who's giving him a thumbs up on all this. Not the asshole. Funny how that God-fearing man has the gall to say his mischief is a sign from God. Then he says he needs to fast to gain guidance from God with how to deal with the disrespect and control you showed. That's rich coming from the one who lied in order to manipulate his wife and exclude her daughter, then tried to gaslight her so he could still get something for his own benefit. If your husband can do such an dishonest act just to get what he wants, it just gives you more reason to believe what your daughter said about him using her as a virtual babysitter is true. It should also make original poster realize that her husband isn't the God-fearing man he claims to be, but a false actor person who only uses religion to manipulate people around him. You are the asshole for not realizing this man is a massive asshole. Tell him you spoke to God and God told you that you shouldn't stay married to a man who lies and steals the passport of your child. He is not worthy of being your husband, let alone the stepfather of your only daughter. You owe it to your daughter to divorce this untrustworthy, manipulative man. He hid your daughter's passport but needs guidance from God on the disrespect and control you've shown lately? You do see how misogynistic that is, right? Not the asshole. You stood up for your kid, and when your God-loving, misogynistic and controlling husband realized he wasn't getting his way, he hid her passport and then blamed his God. He blamed his God. Original poster, you will never be able to trust this man. Ever. Forget canceling the vacation, you should be canceling the whole marriage. His treatment of your daughter, but also of you, not respecting your feelings, being controlling, lying to your face and calling you disrespectful for not obeying him, are clear signs that you are in an abusive relationship. He's not going to change his behavior, he's just going to look for new ways to hide it from you or justify it and try to manipulate you into thinking you're the one in the wrong for having completely normal reactions to his behavior, like he's doing now. This man has been in your life for 3 years too long. Not the asshole. 1. Your daughter doesn't have to babysit anyone if she can't or doesn't want to. You husband committed theft in taking her passport. 3. He has to deal with your disrespect and control? What the hell? That's just you standing up to him. 2b. He stole her passport, which is considered a felony, and that video of him sneaking in her room to take it would be evidence of his crime. Came here to say this: stealing a passport is a way bigger felony than just a simple theft. Look into that original poster so you got this on your hands when you need it. Edit. Book a trip for only you and your daughter. This man is using religion to walk all over you and especially your daughter. He's attempting to exclude her because she asserted herself and refused to take on her womanly duty of providing free childcare so that he doesn't have to parent his own kids. He's not a good, godly man. He's an abusive person and you need to continue to stand up for yourself and your daughter. Do you want your daughter to think that any of what he's doing is okay? Not the asshole. Not the asshole one. You paid for this trip to bring the family together too. He broke into your daughter's room. 3. Stole an important document. 4. Hid it in his office. 5. Pretended he was unaware of it when y'all were turning the house upside down. 6. Used God as an excuse for his theft. 7. Didn't confess his deed. 8. Doubled down when he was caught in 4K. 9. Prioritize and used his kids as an excuse for his theft. 10. Has not apologized. Ma'am, respectfully, he is not someone who would put God first for the sake of Lucifer. Dump his ass. You'll be doing a huge favor to your daughter and her future. If he can't do a simple family trip to bring y'all together and steal your daughter's passport to keep her away, I fear what else he would be willing to do to your daughter for the sake of his own kids in the future for bigger life challenges. Not the asshole for canceling, but you need to leave this man before he completely destroys your relationship with your daughter. He is toxic, manipulative, and unkind to your child.